You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Hello, JP here, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be discussing the Rangers' emphatic victory over Hibs yesterday. Finished 6-1. I'll just get straight into this video. So yeah, yesterday, Rangers 6, Hibs 1, and you look at a 6-1 result, you think, wow, Rangers must have actually blew them away. They must have taken all their chances. That's not even the case. We had 34 shots on goal, 19 on target, 6 off target. We were just, their goalkeeper had a really good game and kept the score to only 6, which is really surprising. I'll just go through some of the goals. I'll try and do it quickly because if I go through it, every goal in detail, then we'll be here all day. First goal came from Jermaine Defoe. It was a shot on the edge of the box from Shea Ojo. Keeper made a reasonably good save. He could probably question his position. Jermaine Defoe, quick as a flash, onto it. Tapped the rebound into the back of the net before Hibs defenders even knew what was happening, to be honest. Second goal came from a really good driving run from Jordan Jones. We'll probably talk about a little bit later. Driving into the box, driving towards the edge of the box, played in Shea Ojo. Ojo put it right across the 6-yard box, and Jermaine Defoe, his instincts were there again, and he scored a really good finish. So from that point on, we're 15 minutes into the game, we're dominating possession, keeping hold of the football, looking after it well. You'd expect us to go and score maybe 4 or 5 in this first half. That's just how good we were, but the goalkeeper, as I said, was absolutely outstanding in the game. 19 saves, it's just incredible. We were denied a clear penalty in my eyes. Jordan Jones was tripped. John Beaton says it was on the edge of the area and we got a free kick. There was no mention of it on Sports Scene. I didn't normally watch Sports Scene, but specifically watched it to see what they would say about the penalty. There was no highlight of the penalty, there was no talk of it. You wouldn't even know it existed unless you watched the match. We should have had a penalty for that. But as I say, John Beaton, being the referee that he is, decided that it was outside the box and we didn't get it. And then, out of absolutely nothing, 40th minute, Hibs got a goal. I'm not going to lie, it was a good finish. Really, really good pass from Scott Allen, who we were kind of warned about before the game. I mentioned that other YouTubers I've watched have mentioned it before the game as well, how good Allen is on the ball, and we kind of know that anyway. But lovely little reverse pass, kind of blindsided, split not only the midfield but the two centre halves as well. Now I don't know if this goal was offside or not. I think perhaps it possibly could have been, but the angles we've had on TV so far haven't been able to show either way whether that's offside or not. If anybody was at the game, probably tell me if it was offside or not, whether it was just a sublime pass and a real good run, which it probably was, to be honest. So from being 2-0 up, controlling the game, we now found ourselves in a position where we were 2-1, and Hibs started to get a little bit of stranglehold on the game for the next 5 minutes. From their goal right up to half time, they controlled the match and it looked like they possibly could have scored again. But we managed to get back in at half time, and I felt we needed half time. It felt like it came at the right time for us. Came into the second half and I thought maybe Gerrard would have given them the talk. We needed to get a grip on this game and control it. That's not really what happened. The next 15 minutes was all Hibs, and they looked like they probably could have scored. And probably last season they would have. But we've got that resistance. The 55th minute, it changed for the better for Rangers. Mackie, who was booked in the first half, and the challenge in the first half against Ojo probably worthy of a red card itself. Went straight through the man, not even looking for the ball. Got a yellow card. This time, I think it was Tav. Yeah, Tav on the outside of the boot tried to play in Ryan Jack, and the Hibs players just went like that. Just moved his shoulder. I don't know why he did it. The ball was gone right over his head, and he just moved his shoulder, and I hit him right in the arm. Definite second yellow. There was questions of whether it was inside the box or no. I don't think it was. It's probably just on the edge. Probably the right call from the referee. Probably the only call I got right all day, to be honest. So that put them on the back foot a little bit, and we managed to dictate the play from then. The one thing I will say, because I always try to be honest on this channel. I always think red cards spoil games. In terms of a contest, it's kind of stopped being a contest after that. And I'm not saying that's why Hibs lost the game. We were just absolutely ruthless and we would have won the game anyway, I feel. But I just thought I'd mention it because I've mentioned it when we've been down to 10 men, particularly against Hibs and John Beaton again. I remember 2 seasons ago Ryan Jack got sent off. It completely spoiled the game, spoiled it as a contest, and I felt it hampered our chances of winning that game. So it wouldn't be completely honest if I didn't mention that. We kept peppering their goal, but it took until the 74th minute for us to get our third and Jermaine Defoe's third. Davis won it on the edge of the area, drove into the box, played a delightful little chip over to Defoe, and Defoe outjumped the 2 big centre halves to head home. And it completed a hat-trick. Not only was it a hat-trick, it was what's called a perfect hat-trick, was its left foot, right foot and head. Really good play from Jermaine Defoe. And I'll mention the Defoe and Morelos in a minute, once I've talked about the goals. Defoe went off after that, made it 3-1. Morelos came on and he looked hungry. He looked like he had a little bit of a point to prove, and he came on 3 minutes later. He had scored, he picked up the ball just inside their half, and he just drove forward, knocked it past one of their players and just drove into the box and scored a really good finish. Keeper probably could have done better, but it was just a ruthless finish from Morelos. We wouldn't have done there, we kept pushing. Morelos again got another goal. He was played in, one of them with the keeper, and there was only one outcome. Morelos, probably a couple of seasons ago he would have missed that, but I think he's getting better and better at that one-on-one situations with the goalkeeper. And he's made it 5-1 with that excellent double. Rangers still weren't done, kept pushing. Ojo turned on the edge of the box, or just inside the edge of the box rather, fired a shot, and it wasn't even I didn't even think it was a clear shot. I didn't even get a clear contact on it, but it hit David Gray and went in. Probably just sums up Hibs' day, which really made me chuckle, to be honest. And it finished 6-1. So before I get into my man of the match, I'll talk about a couple of individual performances which I thought was just excellent. Jordan Jones, constant threat, constantly driving forward, and he causes so many problems for the back line. Thought he had a really good game. I thought Ojo, considering he didn't really have a good game against Kilmarnock, he came back, played well, was unlucky with a couple of opportunities and scored the goal at the end. I want to mention Morelos and Defoe. I thought it's really interesting that Morelos played so well on Thursday night and he got dropped for this one. And it just shows how strong our team is, that you can drop a player like Morelos and bring in Defoe, and Defoe hits a hat-trick, goes off, Morelos comes on, and he then scores a double. It just shows you just how strong we are in that position right now. Obviously, if we were to get either one of them injured, it would be a little bit of an issue, but so far, if they stay fit, that's a really good thing to have in the team. Just thought I'd mention that. Now, man of the match is a difficult one because ordinarily you'd probably give it to a hat-trick scorer in Jermaine Defoe, but I thought Ryan Jack was absolutely outstanding, so I'm really torn on who to pick. I'm not even going to pick one because it's just so difficult. I thought Ryan Jack dictated the play, got hold of the ball, won it back when we needed him to, and he kept Scott Allen for bar that one moment of brilliance, kept him out of the game. Davis is outstanding as well. Aribo, I didn't want to mention Aribo because I feel like I mention him every single game, and he drives forward, gets the team forward, wins the ball back when we need him to do. And I just thought every player was excellent, apart from probably, and I would be too negative about a great result, but I thought Flanagan had a poor game, and I know a lot of people probably disagree with that. I felt he gave the ball away a couple of times. One actually left us on a 1-on-1 or a 2-on-3 situation or something like that, where Hibs really could have scored, and fortunately Katic got back and cleared the danger. And the second one, he lost the ball, and 3 minutes later, or 2 or 3 minutes later, that's when Hibs scored. So I don't want to take the shine off it, but I felt he had a poor game, and McGregor, apart from the goal, didn't really have much to do, so you can't really say he had a great game. So I'm just going to wrap this video up, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and help us grow. And comment down below who you think your man of the match was, who you felt was a good player, or who you didn't feel was a good player. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys. Thank you.